People ask me, Weston, what was it like your first month in life insurance? How'd you go from zero to $80,000 in personal production every single month? For me, it was really difficult my first month. People ask me, like, how long did it take you to be profitable? I would say a month and a half. So my first month was me just learning the skill set of sales, me learning the script, learning the objections, learning on the aged leads. This is what people don't understand is, like, we call people that have inquired about 3 to 6 months ago when we started, because I didn't have a lot of money when I started. So I put money into aged leads. That way I could get some money to pour into fresh leads, meaning people that just inquired about it. Literally, you get a text when they come in. So those are much easier to sell, but they're more expensive. And if you don't have that skill set already, you're going to even struggle on the fresh because no one's going to buy or trust you. So for me, I started on age. I think I sold like 10K submit my first month, which is nothing. The profit on that was zero because I spent money on leads. I got a few chargebacks because my skill set wasn't there. And obviously with the bronze and silver leads, people that inquired a long time ago, they're going to be more chargebacks on those than the better, not better, but fresh leads that you get later on. So once you build up that capital, for me, I moved to IULs, which are Index Universal Life policies. They're higher ticket. So I had to learn that skill set too, which took me like a month to learn that. My third month in the business, I sold 40,000 issue paid business. Fourth month was 66 issue paid, and then last month was 86 submit. The issue paid numbers haven't come out, but issue paid basically means the policies that you get paid on, which for me, my first premium applied ratio is about 79% through one of the top carriers that we work with. It might be higher with other carriers, but who knows? So yeah, 80% of the policies go through. Chargebacks, we try to stay low. We try to keep chargebacks less than 15% here with the IULs. So people are like, hey, how many chargebacks do you get? And I'm like, well, you just have to do the math and say, if I sell X amount of policies, I'm going to get X amount of chargebacks, and take that into account before you complain about the chargebacks. So for me, I'm like, well, it's part of the business. You get in a business with a lot of upside, it's also going to have a little bit of risk. So for me, the risk was cost per lead, and then chargebacks. So if you manage those, and then you're going to be profitable and you're going to be a good business owner. So the people that do best in the space are business owners, people that have that entrepreneurial mindset, especially when building the team. So now what I'm doing is I'm building a team. We're going to get to 200K a month quick, and then we're going to get to 400K a month, and then hopefully $1 million by the end of the year per month in team volume. As far as personal income, people ask me, like, what do you make off that? It's probably going to be 150 grand a month by the end of the year, which will be nice. Now I'm profiting about half of what I sell, which is good because you get the advance and you get the commission rate, and then you get the chargeback rate, and then you get your cost per lead, and do the math. That's about half of the amount that you sell as profit. So profiting a good amount, reinvesting a lot in my business, investing in marketing, investing in a lot of leads, investing in people to come out to Arizona, buying plane tickets for people that don't have the money, but try not to be the nice guy, but sometimes you have to be to get the team off the ground. So for me, I'm just starting my journey. This is my sixth month in the business. I just finished my 5th month, but started recruiting and building people 3 months ago. Gonna get to $1 million very quickly because of social media and all that stuff, and training, because we're spending the days dialing, and then we're spending the nights training. So if you're looking in this industry, like, what does my first month look like as a producer? It's going to be long hours. You're only going to be dialing. You're probably not going to be recruiting, because you need that skill set built to the point where you can teach other people, because no one wants to go under a leader that can't teach them. But I will say, if you have someone like on my team, if you're like a new producer and you're in your first month, if you're like, hey, my buddy wants to come on, I will take them on and I will teach them, and then I will transfer them to you later, so you can make overrides off them. But I will take the risk early on, and I'll get paid for it just because I trained them. If you're interested in joining the team, that's kind of how that works. But because I spend a lot of time training my people, I do one-on-one trainings, I do group trainings, I make training videos, I give my scripts out, which I spent hours and hours, like tens of hours, putting together with top producers, people that sell literally 100 grand a month on their personal sales, not even including their team. And people like my upline, who makes 300 grand in profit every single month after expenses, they help me with the script, everything's in place for new agents to get off the ground running. All you have to do is put the work in, you follow the script, you put in the hours, and you'll go through days in the early, like the first couple months, where you're dialing age leads all day. No one answers the phone. It's very frustrating. And you get a lot of objections. Sometimes you don't even get through the intro. And it's very hard to get through a full day of 10, 12 hours of dialing where you can't even get through the intro, can't even get someone through an application. So it's a hard game, but you decide your heart. Do you want to work a 9 to 5 for 20 years, or do you want to build something big in a couple years? So for me, I'm like, I want to be entrepreneurial. I want to own my book of business. I want to scale quickly. I want to do social media. I want to do all this stuff. For me, this is the route I take. Number one, I get paid different types of income because, first of all, I came from real estate, and I get paid way quicker here. So I get paid 5 days a week instead of every 2 months with real estate. Some people get paid weekly or every 2 weeks or monthly. Here you get paid 5 days a week if you sell consistently, because I sell 2 to 4 policies a day, and that adds up pretty quickly. So $1,000 a pop, you do the math. It's a very lucrative business. There are many different streams of income that got me excited about it. Number one is the upfront commissions. This is obvious. This is going to be the majority of what you get paid. Number two is back-end commissions. If the client keeps the policy for 9 months, you get paid in 9 months. Months 10, 11, 12, you get paid those 3 months of income. So say the policy's $100 a month, which my average policy is like $200 a month. So say it's $100 a month, that would be $1,200 over the whole year. You get paid months 1 through 9 up front, and then you get paid 10, 11, 12 on the back end. So say you're at 100% commission. We start people at 80. But say you start at 100, say you get up to 100% commission, you get $900 up front, and then $300 in 9 months. And then after that, you get renewals of 3 to 10%. Every single year, the client keeps the policy, so you could get renewals for literally 10, 20 years down the road after selling all these policies. Also, you get producer bonus. Like last month, my bonus was $2,500 just off my own sales for doing my job. The team bonuses get crazy. Like my upline's about to make $100,000 a month in off his team bonus. Crazy. Another stream of income is owning your book of business. Some people, like one of my mentors, sold his book of business for a lot of money for an undisclosed amount. If you do that and you build a solid business, you build leadership, you build a good quality business with high persistency, and lots of people on your team are producing, then you will be looked at being acquired. So that one for me was very exciting. People are like, how'd you get in the industry? I interviewed a guy named Eddie Wilson, and he sold an insurance company. And then I reached out. I'm like, who is the biggest person in insurance? And the biggest person I could think of is Patrick Bet-David, who scaled a life insurance agency. But the thing that made me not work with his agency was it was focused on recruiting and selling warm market. So Patrick referred me to Sean Mike. Sean Mike is the CEO of Family First Life. They're a brokerage. What that means is we work with all the different insurance companies, and we can do the shopping ground for the client. So based on their age and health, we pick the best carrier to go with, and we go with them because it has the best price, and they're all A-rated, so we don't have to worry about, fraud or anything like that, because we're dealing with legit, very large insurance companies. So that's number one. Number two is people inquire, and we get leads on what we sell. So we don't have to rely on warm market. We don't have to network. We don't have to prospect. What we do is we buy leads. And sometimes they're aged when you start. Sometimes they're fresh once you get experience. Like on my phone, like I just had a notification. You get a text when they come in. So you call these people, and they want and need what you sell. So they understand the product before you get on the phone. And then you're explaining very quickly, and we're more like order takers rather than, hardcore salespeople. So that's what got me interested in the industry. I do a lot of trainings on this YouTube. I'm going to start posting a lot. So if you're interested, my number's in my bio. If you want to join the team, we're scaling high level producers. We're going to get people to $50K a month very quickly. If you're interested, I sell a lot. I'm going to teach you how to sell a lot, and you can text me below.